And I sit here.
We are
interesting.
Interesting is
the lineup was odd because I looked at it and I said it's full of
3 changes.
No, it's
you didn't see
the changes. Forget the changes. It's not the changes.
How they lined up on the
This
pitch
is how they lined up.
Okay.
Okay. Akanji, Diaz, Ake,
Yeah.
Stones,
Yes.
Kovacic, Nunez. It is as workman like as you can want. Like those guys are also workman like. You know,
yes.
I look at ask myself, Nunez, Kovacic, Rodri, Stones, Ake, Diaz, Akanji. You already defense.
Yes.
That's why I thought it was odd. That's why I tweeted and I said, that's an odd lineup. Basically, no fullbacks, no creativity. Put Foden on the right or on the left. Put Silva on the right. Upper katikati, put a big block. It's almost like a rich man's Everton. That was last night. They were a rich man's Everton. They just put a big block in the middle. And they said, you beat us.
Yeah, it was a perfect... You gave the sum up of this lineup. Because, you can't put, Akanji.
Isn't it understandable though?
It's not...
It's just not what we expect from a Pep team. Yes, it's understandable, but it's a Pep team. But a Pep team plays with panache and flair. A Pep team doesn't do a block.
The only creative players were Foden and Bernardo.
And they were wide.
Yes. Okay, for me making a case on why he did that. Okay, number one, I don't think there is any side that gives teams issues with changing their lineup like Manchester City. And this time round, you're not playing against any other manager. You're playing against Andoni Iraola, who has come out tops against big teams in La Liga. And so he knew that this was going to be a tough game. They were not going to replicate their 6-1 performance that they had at the Etihad yesterday. And so he makes these changes knowing that, we are playing against a team that has looked so good this season.
But come on.
A team that last won in 2023 in the league.
Yeah, that's
team that has gone almost 3 months without
that's just the results. But when you look at it aesthetically, this has been a team that has been playing so fluid football. I like to Manchester City.
Sammy, we cannot... Sammy, we cannot sit and give marks to aesthetics. A team that last won... No. The last time this team won in the league
was in Boxing Day, right?
Was on 26th of December, the year of 2023.
Yes,
literally January and February. They've gone 2 months without a league win. We cannot sit here and say, but they are aesthetically pleasing. They haven't won a game in 2 months in the league. They've only beaten the mighty QPR in those 2 months.
As you know well with the example of Burnley, who they try to play the same kind of football. Personnel really plays a role in it.
But we can never sit here and say and give an I as Wokabi. I never want to sit down and give marks on aesthetics. Say, a team is doing so badly. Last won a game on Boxing Day, but they are playing. They are aesthetically pleasing. Actually, my tweet was strange odd lineup by Pep. But then this Bournemouth team last won a game in 2023.
Yeah.
So you dismissed them.
It was a patch up.
I will dismiss them because they have not won a game in 2024.
Okay,
they haven't won a game. Like they I am dismissing me giving them any props because of aesthetics. I'm not dismissing them as a team, because the so-called smaller teams will go through funny runs where they don't win anything, okay? But it's for you saying, even though they haven't won since Boxing Day, aesthetically they are so good that Pep had to worry because of aesthetics. I'm like, leave these aesthetics alone.
Okay, that was one, because I believe watching the film, maybe he sees something and says, this is something that I could counter them with. Because they just play the same kind of possessive football.
No, look, Sammy, just take us straight, Teddy and I have agreed. Listen, this thing was a rich man's Everton yesterday. Like Nunez, Kovacic, Stones, Rodri, Akanji, Diaz. It's just a rich man's Everton. That was yesterday. Not always, but just yesterday. Yeah. And it showed even in the way they played. They were just there. So I just help us understand analysis based on that, rather than borrowing from Iraola beat Real Madrid 2 years ago
at Rayo,
or beat Barcelona. Uachana huko. Hii jana tu, hii block hapa katikati, utuambie Pep alikuwa anadu nini hapo? Like, what was the game? What did you understand was the game plan? Hiyo tu.
Can I go first?
Okay.
I thought when he brought this lineup, I thought it was because of the injuries. Because Nunes, Doku and Grealish weren't quite fit as their standard would say. Then Walker he isn't quite well. That's why he put maybe a Kanji. But
and De Bruyne also seems
yes,
to be struggling
yes.
with something.
Even when he came on, you could just see he wasn't quite himself when De Bruyne came on in.
Yes.
That's why I thought this lineup, he put this kind of lineup. Plus, you look at the Bournemouth attack, and if you think about it, you have Dango, you have Solanke, and you have Semenyo. Would you put Lewis or would you put Akanji in the defense?
No, of course you put a Kanji.
Yes.
Rico Luis anakuanga
Yes.
uko when it's not serious. No, uko September,
Yeah.
October, uko. When it becomes serious, he
Yeah.
sits on the bench.
That's why I thought he came up with that kind of fast starting.
Higher.
11.
You guys have explained yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, please explain this. You watch them on Monday versus Brentford.
Yeah.
They weren't great. Again, they squeaked through.
Yeah.
Okay? You watch them versus Chelsea. It was a 1-1. You watch them versus Everton. They scored after 71 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. 70.
And 90th minute.
Yeah.
Those are how many games I've counted? 4?
4.
Plus yesterday.
All of them are starter. The only game I've left out is Copenhagen, because with all due respect to Copenhagen, let's put them aside.
Yeah.
Do you see a pattern?
Yeah, there's a pattern.
It's
actually.
like
We're struggling to
Gritty
find
a
our
bit.
rhythm.
what's the word? It's like a grind.
Yes.
City are almost grinding. It's like not stuttering, but there's not the flow.
No.
Yeah.
You see how Arsenal are November,
Yeah.
December. It seems like City are doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, only that they have points on the table.
Only that they are getting points.
Yes.
But they're just stuttering. Even Haaland yesterday.
Yeah. We're actually giving away too many chances to teams, which it is unlike for us. I think we failed to see off the games like we did earlier, where we by the start of the second half we already know we are going to win the game. In this kind of scenarios this season, I think we are giving away too many chances. We are not controlling the middle of the park. We are giving teams are giving us a run for our own money.
Yeah.
I think it's just tough. And for me, so long as we are getting the results, I think it's good for us. So long as teams, yes, are trying to break us, but we are still not breaking, I think it's a good sign, because we are still getting the results. We are still in the conversation for the title. That's good. I think the free-flowing football will come on.
Now,
Yeah.
we are going to figure out who City are
In the next
in the next
5
weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
City play
Man
United.
United.
Leave that one alone.
It's a derby.
Leave that story alone. But leave United
Who
alone.
knows?
Leave United
We've
alone.
seen them how they're playing this season.
Who?
Manchester City right now.
No, we've also seen United. United have 10 losses. They have 10 defeats in the league.
Yeah.
And United will be minus Hoyland, they'll be minus Luke Shaw, they'll be minus the midget. We know how that one will go. Let's be honest to ourselves.
Okay.
Leave that one alone. But then they've got Liverpool
Yeah.
away,
Yes.
Brighton away,
Villa.
Arsenal at home, Villa at home.
Now, yeah.
So let's even include his United. So they've got United at home, Liverpool away,
Yeah.
Brighton away,
Yeah.
Arsenal at home, and Villa at home.
Yeah.
I think we'll find out whether the free-flowing football is coming
Yeah.
in the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. From December when they went to that Club World Cup thing, I felt like the fixtures they had were really friendly, and actually had said that they were not going to lose a game till the end of January, and they have extended it to February. What I look at them and see right now is a team that, okay, for me it's showing that it's a championship mindset, that even in the toughest of games they are still coming away with wins. And when you start listening to Pep Guardiola and he starts referring to his players in a wonderful way, last time out in a similar period he called them flowers, good flowers, something of the sort, and yesterday he calls them supermen.
Yeah.
I think it just shows the kind of mentality these guys have. In as much as Haaland is missing chances, they will come, the goals will come. So that's the belief that I have with this team, that even when they come up against these big teams, they're going to just make it a tough atmosphere. They're going to make it a tough game, and they're going to see it out.
The only thing that makes me worry
Yes.
is, are they fit? Because they don't have Gundo to go to
Yes.
when KDB is iffy.
Yeah.
KDB's been iffy.
Yes.
In some of the games, he's looked very good, but then there's this argument that he's fit for the bench, but he can't quite get going.
Yeah.
So my only question is, will they be fit enough?
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's a good question. You
Because I think that's the biggest. And the
Yeah.
second one,
Yeah.
in the games played so far, 26 games,
Yeah.
against the so-called top 6,
Yes.
how many games have they won?
I don't think they have won.
We haven't won. None.
Hapo sasa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my only question
Yeah.
marks. I wouldn't call them fears, just question marks.
Yeah, they're question marks. But then when you look at the previous seasons, I think we have a blueprint of how they operate when it comes to these moments. And
Yeah,
to-
but for
to-
them to not have beaten us at any team, any single top 5 team this season, isn't it odd?
It is.
And they've had odd games, and all those games have been odd. The Spurs one,
The
the Liverpool one,
Yes, the Chelsea one.
the Chelsea one.
Yeah.
One, like, they just have had funny results, like just like odd results against the top teams. So just makes me question how they are, where they are, or am I reading too much into it because I want a dramatic end to the season? Whereas,
No, they're valid. They're valid questions that you're asking.
Yeah.
Because even when you think about even the Mahrez question that you had last time out, you're not looking at Doku and feeling as if he's provided the same kind of impact that we had from Mahrez last season.
since that injury, he's looking like, I wouldn't say Jesse Lingard because he works hard, but his end product. Actually, someone said it last week.
Yes.
Saint Maxima, who works hard.
Yeah, and yesterday he was against Adam Smith, and Adam Smith came out tops in that contest.
It's like all of a sudden he doesn't know what to do with his feet.
Yes. But if they continue, because yesterday they kept a clean sheet, it was a rare away clean sheet that
Apparently only the third time in City history that Pep has done 2 back-to-back 1-0 wins or something.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't that point to a positive direction?
It is.
It does.
It is. My only question is, I'm looking at it vis-a-vis who they're up against.
I'm not too worried. I'll borrow from, I think it was a quote from either Pep or Mourinho. He said, when you see your players are playing good football in training, as much as they are not getting their performances quite right on the pitch,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be too worried from what the results are giving you.
Well, I think he was, what's his name? I think it was Pep, actually.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm not too worried. Plus, remember, we have our Foden. Foden, as much as we are not playing good football, he's been literally holding the team.
Yes.
He's been coming up with the goals.
Yeah.
Yes, Haaland, Adoku, and Grealish, and Kevin as well, haven't hit the ground running quite yet. But I just think he's the go-to man right now for City.
And they're in familiar grounds.
They know here. They've
Yes.
been here before.
They've been here before.
They know what to do.
Yes.
But those games are hard. You play United,
Yeah.
then you play Liverpool, and then you play Arsenal there, then you play
And
Villa
Brighton
in
and
there,
Villa, yes.
then you play Brighton. Brighton tends at times to give them an issue for
Yes.
the
Yeah,
sake
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
I feel like City struggle anytime they meet a team that doesn't like structure. You see, this is their structured football.
Yes.
They really, when they find a team that just goes,
Yeah.
they
struggle a bit.
like when they find, because Spurs just go.
Yes.
Spurs just come at you. Spurs don't know how to sit back. Spurs just keep coming. I feel like City like it when there's structure.
Yeah. That way they will see you out.
Remember
Because
the
they already have
Brighton
a plan on it.
like the Brentford game. It was kind of tough for us because they put a back five.
Yes.
Then when they're attacking, it's a front five. It was really tough for us. But yeah, I totally get what you guys mean.
And
But
yesterday, I listened to Pep Guardiola complaining about the schedule and playing Champions League and saying that it's affecting his players, but still he doesn't make the 5 substitutions that he's supposed to be making. I think he's playing mind games with everyone else. This team is good.